My name is Galicia.
And I'm Rico Torres, and we're from Mixtli in San Antonio.
Mixtli is a Mexican restaurant that is pushing the envelope and breaking boundaries. This is actually a converted boxcar that is in the back of a strip mall, and it only has 12 seats.
I came into cooking as an accident. I needed a job quick, so restaurants were always hiring. So I went into a little diner. I applied without knowing anything previously about cooking, aside from watching my mom cook at home for us in Mexico. So I got the job as a line cook, and I just didn't stop.
I started cooking when I was about 15 in restaurants. Got into the kitchen, needed a job as well. And year after year, I found that that was a good fit for me. When I was 24, somebody came to me with the idea that I could sell my own food. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do catering. And we kept it going for about 10 years. I ran into this group of guys that was doing this pop-up co-op, and that's where I met Diego at the first dinner that we did. We just hit it off. We both had this heritage and background back into Mexico. My family's from Zacatecas, and I was very close to that, and him from Toluca, and we just ran with it.
Our connection, it was pretty instant. Every pop-up dinner we did, we would always pair up, because we like the way we work.
I was a little burnt out of working by myself.
And I would just say, hey Rico, we need to do something, we need to get moving.
Diego had this idea about Mixtli. Mixtli means cloud in the wild of the Aztec language. I guess you had the idea when you were on a plane and you saw some clouds?
Yeah, it was like a very eureka moment for the restaurant. I was flying to Dallas on a 6 a.m. flight, and I saw the clouds, and then it just hit me. Cloud, Mixtli, we'll move through Mexico to the regions, and we'll do a tasting menu of each region.
Mixtli is really focused on showcasing the history of Mexican cuisine, all of those regional differences, all of those nuances to really help people better understand that it's this amazingly culturally rich and complex place, and they're doing such a good job at it.
We were gonna draw the line in the sand. We were gonna say no more Tex-Mex. We're gonna rescue and preserve these recipes that are important to us and to our families. And we're gonna run with it.
In Mexico, there's 31 states, so we focus on each state 45 days at a time. So we do a tasting menu based on the region, because every region is very specific to their cuisine. So every 6 weeks, roughly, the restaurant just becomes a new place, a new experience, new ingredients, new plates, new dishes. So it'll never be the same thing. It'll take 4 years to circle Mexico. It'll be a whole different menu. It won't be the same Oaxaca you saw 3 years, 4 years ago. It keeps us on our toes.
They're extremely intellectual about it. Rico has access to the University of San Antonio's collection of ancient Mexican cookbooks, and he goes into a temperature-controlled room and reads these cookbooks with a glove on, and just really explores the way that the cuisine evolved over time and became what it is today, which is this incredibly dynamic, rich, nuanced world of flavor.
That was the mission of the restaurant: rescue, preserve, protect, promote, so that our children will know what a good nixtamal tortilla is supposed to taste like, what good corn is supposed to be without the GMO, what good moles are supposed to be about. These recipes that defined a country for so long. I love when somebody comes, I never eat this stuff, but this is the best.
Yeah, with the antics on the menu, escamoles. Wow, antics.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're so delicious.
Or they get emotional because I haven't had this since my abuelita made it back in Censo. If I made somebody cry at the restaurant, we did it. But that's what it's about. We carry this torch, we got the responsibility, we got the keys to the good car, we're gonna drive it till the wheels fall off.